Hello there. So what are you gonna do if you're an affordable brand and you wanna make more money? Make more affordable brands. We're here today to check out the new Relove by Revolution brand. It's their new sister brand that is targeted towards more, younglings, not me, but it's fine. Apparently, it's very affordable, and some of the products, not gonna lie, they look pretty cute. I didn't pick up the whole range because I kind of have enough makeup already for like 50 people, so yeah. But I did pick up a couple things that seemed pretty interesting to me, and I wanted to see how they perform. So let's dive right in, shall we? We're gonna start off with the primer. They have several different types of primers, but you know my dry ass, so I had to pick up the Relove by Revolution H2O Hydrate primer. And you get 12 ml of product, which is not really like a regular full size, just saying. We are going to use this to prime today, so let's go. It's literally like a jelly. This smells amazing. Wow. In this primer you have some hyaluronic acid, you have glycerin, you have, I think it's rose water. Yeah, you get some nice hydrating ingredients in it. It's a jelly, so it does dry down to like that nice like sticky finish. It feels very nice and hydrating, and it didn't fill up any of my skincare, so I'm pretty happy with that. You get a smaller amount than you would in a normal primer. So I think one reason behind this brand being cheap is the amount of product you get. For the foundation, I have their new foundation, Relove Super Serum Hyaluronic Acid Foundation. I have the shade F1. You get 25 milliliters of product. So I'm just gonna... Oof, where the fuck did that go? Yeah, so I squeezed out one dropper and it's very runny. So let's just go in with a brush, because I feel like these always apply better with brushes. This was one dip with a brush, one dip. Okay, this stretches like crazy. I'm gonna add a little bit on my forehead. I underestimated the liquidity of this foundation. It looks very full coverage. For some reason, I wasn't expecting a full coverage foundation. It looks quite luminous. I'm not sure how well you can see. I'm not sure what I think about this yet. And it is emphasizing my pores a lot. I don't know if you can see that, because there's a lot of reflection happening. But if you look really up close, you can see those like a lot of texture in this area where I have bigger pores. But I mean, it's fine. That might as well disappear once we powder. We'll see. I didn't pick up any of the powders. I'm gonna put on concealer, powder my face, and then we're gonna move on to the other complexion products I have. I just put a little bit of gel into my brows because my brows are freshly done, and I decided to use the Revolution Reloaded bronzer because I really like it. Now, they had a couple complexion products. One of them was like a trio where you got a bronzer, blush, and highlight, but I didn't really see myself using any of the trios fully, so I decided to go for this one. This is the Relove Duo Blush and Highlighter in the shade Queen. I think at this point you probably know why, because it has a nice orange blush. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up my trusty Real Techniques blush brush and we're gonna test it out, and I cannot wait because it looks gorgeous. So it's quite a bit more pigmented than I expected. Maybe it's not really for light skin tone. It's like a burnt orange. I'm not sure how the lightest color looked like, but I'm pretty sure it was like a pale pink, and I'm not a pale pink person at all. Pale pink person, pale pink person. This duo also has a highlighter, and I have a slight suspicion it's gonna be too dark for me. However, we're still gonna try it because that's why we're here, right? I'm honestly not sure. And I think I'll be able to see once I edit this. I like the texture. It doesn't pick up on much pores or anything. It looks very nice and reflective. However, I feel like when I look straight forward, I can kind of see the darkness, but that also might be because I went nuts with the blush. So I'm not sure. I actually think it's usable. It looks super dark in the pan, but it would also be a gorgeous blush topper if you really like went in and tried to pick up more of the pigmentation and not just that glow. I like it. I think formulation wise and like size wise, this is like a decent sized duo, and it's very affordable. The quality seems to be very nice. As you can see, the blush is really pigmented. It's not patchy at all. It actually looks very like velvety and smooth and nice. And the highlight, I like it. The formula is very nice. I also picked up this. This is the Relove Glam Balm, and I have the shade Fresh Burst, which is a watermelon. So it's a lip balm, as you would probably think. It smells very much like a watermelon. And I'm just gonna put on a little bit. Yeah, I'm a very picky lip balm user, so at first I wasn't sure if I like it or not. It has like very like slidey texture. If you overdo it, it's gonna get like super stringy and it's gonna be all over your mouth, in your throat, everywhere. It's awful. But if you go little by little, it's very nice. It's very nourishing. It's not sticky. It's quite nice. I think it's one of the better lip balm formulas that I've had in this price range. Don't be mistaken, it's not at all like the e.l.f. lip balm. The e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm is completely different in formulation. Let me just quickly prime my eyes and we're gonna dive into the eyeshadow. Of course, they launched a bunch of eyeshadow palettes and I decided to grab one. This is the Relove shadow palette in Soulful, and once again, I'm being very boring because I actually plan to travel with this, and it's full of like nice warm peachy neutrals. I'm happy with it. It looks really pretty. You get 6 shades in total. There are 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. So they have multiple palettes. They have so many versions. There's a lot to choose from. I like that it has like the nice peachy shades because you don't get these often. So let's see what I make out of this. I tried my best to use as many shades as I could. Funny thing about this palette, when you look at it, it doesn't look very monochromatic, but when you actually use it, you realize that all of these are peach. Like the silvery pinky shimmer, it's not silvery pinky at all. And this like gold is no actually peach, and this kind of dusty brown, no, it's a dark peach. So on one hand, I'm a little mad because I was expecting slightly different shades. The only thing is that the shadows are quite dusty, so if you don't like that, you know, just bear in mind. But they blended quite well. The pigmentation is a little so-so. These 2 shades are like unbuildable. I don't know, I feel like the mattes are the type of formula that's gonna be pretty dusty, not patchy, and they blend well, but you cannot build them up. They're not gonna pack a punch, they're just gonna be like this. Maybe it's just case for this palette in particular. However, I wanted to mention it. You know, not the best quality eyeshadow I've ever used. even in this price range. I feel like today the eyeshadow competition is so strong that something like this is really just not gonna blow my mind. This is kind of similar to like average Essence eyeshadow, which, you know, like, yeah, it's workable, it will work, and it performs kind of well, but it depends what you want from it. And the shimmers are a little underwhelming, honestly, because this one, it was kind of hard to put on even with a finger. It still didn't show up greatly. And the same thing with this one. This one's a little bit more reflective, but it's... I expected a little better, especially from Revolution, right? They know how to make amazing cheap shadows. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my mascara, and we're gonna move on to the last product. Yeah, and the last product we have is a lip gloss, and it's tiny. You get 2.2 ml. Oh my god, you truly are a baby gloss. So this is the baby gloss lip gloss, and I got it in the shade Cream because it's lovely cool toned. It smells quite nice too. I think I'm gonna use just a little bit of lip liner. Since we're going pretty cool toned, I'm gonna be using my NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. This is one hell of a pale gloss. I would say it's quite pigmented. Honestly, it's not a very flattering formula. It's not sticky, I like that. And it feels quite thin, I also like that. Some glosses get into your lip and make it super cracky. I'm a little on the fence because I quite like the color. And I don't mind the formula, but I don't like how it looks. It's just not meshing well with my lip, I think. It's kind of glooping on the inner rim of my lip. That's disgusting. So that is it. Those are all the products I picked up. Overall, as a brand, there are a couple things I want to say about this brand as a whole. First of all, I think it's very unnecessary. Revolution does amazing products that are very affordable. I understand that they want to be even more accessible and even more affordable. However, I'm not sure that at this point it's worth buying these products in comparison with the Revolution products. And none of these products really speak to me like, oh my god, so new, so good, you know, amazing, you need it, you have to have it. However, the products are not bad, okay? If you're starting off with makeup, if you really want to keep the budget as low as possible, sure, I mean, go for it. Some of these products are probably affordable also because they are very small. Like the primer, for example, you get 12 milliliters of product, which is about half the size, even less than half the size of, you know, majority of my regular sized primers. And if you look at the gloss, this is literally 2.2 ml. This is like nothing. Listen, don't get me wrong, okay? I hardly ever finish a gloss, so I don't mind smaller glosses, but, you know, it kind of gives me the vibe that sometimes you want to decrease the amount of product to like artificially decrease the price. I don't think that's worth it. But maybe that's just me, maybe that's just how I feel about these. But, you know, just to be fair, I really like the primer. I think it's nice. I like jelly primers like that. I would much prefer this in smaller packaging. Yeah, another thing I didn't mind is the foundation. I will have to do a whole wear test on it, of course. So, you know, check out the blog if you want to see that. It will probably be there in a couple of days. Yeah, and then, you know, another quite a successful product was the cheek duo. I think this is great. Like, I love the idea of these cheek doubles, and I usually use cream bronzer. That's maybe why I'm so drawn to these for traveling. I like the blush. The highlight, it's nice. I still cannot decide if it's too dark for me or not. I think this is like one of the best products from the brand so far. Yeah, the eyeshadow palette, it's not bad, it's just nothing groundbreaking. I feel like the price difference between this palette and one of the bigger Revolution palettes is not so big. So you could probably get one of those rather than one of these. And the last product we have is the gloss. I love the color. I love that somebody, you know, said, okay, let's come out with a concealer gloss. The look of it. Like, looking at the viewfinder, it looks fine. It feels fine on the lips. It feels great, actually. It's quite moisturizing. It's not sticky. It's thin. I like it. But then I look at it and I see all those like milky cracks on my mouth and I hate it. I Heart Revolution does these. I heart chocolate lip glosses. Those glosses are my favorite lip glosses on the whole fucking planet, and I have all the shades. This lip gloss is absolutely stunning. Can you please tell me, how are you able to make this? And this is so shit. I don't understand. I'm getting mad, y'all. I'm getting mad. Like, if you want to buy anything from this range, I would probably say that the primer and the blush palette is my favorite. I don't think my collection needs more products from Relove. And honestly, I don't know what was I expecting, but I get such a terrible FOMO. And I'm sitting here like, why did you even order that? I'm sorry to say it, but I mean, I get it, okay? I get the marketing. I've seen the TikToks, right? The whole face under, I don't know what, like $30 or whatever. I understand, okay? But at the same time, I kind of don't. Yeah, I think that's it. Sadly, this wasn't such an impressive first impressions. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing. And if you want to see more videos, check out, maybe this playlist or that one. Bye!